You have the freedom to think what you want to think. We are not yet. We aren't there yet. We are not in the world of 1984. Big Brother is getting more powerful, but 2 + 2 = 4. A man with a penis is not a girl. Does not belong in our spaces. Can't have babies, doesn't menstruate, okay? Doesn't need tampons, has no use for them. Doesn't need a bra, can't breastfeed, okay? These are just facts. And women don't have penises, okay? And women, women aren't men, men aren't women, 2 sexes, infinite personalities. That's what Chris Elston says. And it was great to hang out with Chris Elston, Billboard Chris. And if you're watching this, I guarantee you know who he is, and I have pictures up. He is a friend, he's a warrior, he's a hero. And being out with him for several hours yesterday, walking around Nashville with the sign, Mom, a human female that protects her children against gender ideology. He wearing his sign, Dad, a human male who protects his children from gender ideology. Others carrying signs, children cannot consent to puberty blockers. All facts. And so many agreed with us. The polls are right, over 70%. And I actually think that, I can't even believe there's 25 to 30% that don't agree with us. I still think if we were able to have those conversations, even with those people that say they agree with this absolute garbage, after talking with some sane people with facts that give them permission to think freely and to use logic and common sense, we'd win even more people over. I'm on Team Sanity. This isn't political. Yeah, it's the Biden administration, Democrats, they're pushing for this really hard. I struggle to believe that they actually believe what they're saying. I really do. I have testified in the Wisconsin Capitol, Madison, and I'm just looking and I'm wondering, I don't even think you believe what you're saying. And more of our Republican elected officials are waking up to this, thank God, in Wisconsin. We have some warriors in our assembly and in our Senate. That's the good news. We passed the legislation. We did the right thing. We passed legislation providing for parental rights. We passed legislation that prohibited puberty blockers for minors. We passed legislation that passed legislation that would not permit medical procedures removing genitalia on minors. Passed legislation that protected women and girls sports, K-12. Nearly passed legislation that protected women's sports at the collegiate level. All of that was done. A lot of work. 2 years of hard work. And very proud of my state. But we have a terrible governor, Governor Tony Evers, who on the day that legislation was passed to protect women and girls, he declared it a celebration of Trans Visibility Day. So I still think that this isn't political, because I don't come across many people that disagree with me on a lot of things, vote differently than me, that say, yeah, put a dude with a penis in my daughter's shower room. Yep, I'm okay with my 14-year-old shower with a man with his penis showing. Totally okay with that. No adults in there. Yeah, that's fine with me. Totally okay with my little girl going into the restroom with a man, a creepy man dressed like a woman, ogling her. Totally okay with that. Yep, yeah. That sure is a woman. You gotta have some issues if you think that's okay. There are not many people that think that's okay, and it's okay for me to say that. It's okay for me to say you're crazy, or you're a predator. Not sure which one, but you're one of those things. Because no adult thinks it's okay for a man to go into a private space with little girls. Especially some man that's just like a drag queen or like a woman in a way that's really inauthentic and almost like mockery of them. Okay, got a beard, got some long hair, tons of makeup, hairy chest. I'm gonna go with your daughter to shower. Bye, Dad. We'll see you later. We're just gonna shower together real fast. Nope. We are not that far gone as a country, as a people, as a civilization, as a culture. I don't believe it. I think we wake people up. We can make a change. I know it. I know it in my heart. So here's the ask. I'm gonna edit this down. Here's the ask. Monday, call your school board members, ask them to sign a resolution. If you're in Wisconsin, we're gonna get this going. A resolution saying we will not comply. This is wrong. This is gonna be a thing, okay? We're gonna find school board members that are going to say to President Biden and his administration and the Department of Education, no, enough. This violates our state statute. This violates constitutional law. Here's the case. We're going to do that. We are going to pass a resolution that says we are not going to go along with this Title IX rewrite. We're not going to comply. And I think there's going to be organizations everywhere. We're all going to work together. We're going to do this. And we are going to resist. We're not going to let this happen. Can't let this happen. We've got to stand. Where we see things happening, we've got to stand. I'm going to end with this. Young teacher came up to me yesterday in Nashville at the Leadership Institute Learn Right Summit. I asked a question of Riley Gaines. I said, what advice do you have for parents? I know for me, I have kids that play sports. I have daughters that play sports. We're not going to comply. She is not going to play a sport. My daughters will not be playing a sport if there is a male on a team that is supposed to be all female. We're not doing it. We're not doing it. But what advice do you have for parents? Because this can be heartbreaking. This can be hard. Our kids work really hard. They sacrifice so much for athletic scholarships, opportunities, because they love the sport. Hours every day. There's things that they don't do, parties that they don't go to, activities that they can't be a part of because they are working hard. The sacrifices that they have to make every day to be an athlete, to be an elite athlete, to be a middle school athlete, high school athlete, a college athlete. Heck, just to play on a rec league, on all female rec league, or if they want to go to the YMCA or any gym like Planet Fitness, boo. But they deserve to have a private space to change and shower, to bring their little girls. 4 girls. I can't tell you how many times we had to use the shower room. Go swimming, use the shower room. Go to play tennis, go to our gym. They'd swim, they would play, they'd play basketball, different things. Go into the shower room, locker room to change. I can't even imagine a man being in a private space like that with me and my daughters. I will never let that happen, and I want everyone watching this to have that same conviction. It's not going to happen. So we're not going to let it happen. Actually, the story. Her dad had a solution, and his friends. Even though nothing had happened yet, they were going to make sure it didn't. When her sister plays basketball, she plays high school basketball, all the dads line up outside of the locker room area. They give, adequate space, very respectful, but they stand there. And as the girls go in, they're just standing there. And if there is a boy or a male that tries to go in with them, they are going to say, nope, You can go in there when they are all done. When every last girl is out of that room, you can go in there, sure. But you're not going there with them. That's not safe. You're gonna have to wait. And I thought, that's something. That's something different. If it just comes to keeping them out of those spaces, like you're not gonna go in there. Nope. As far as athletic teams, there's a game and there's a boy on the opposite team. I gotta forfeit, walk away, but don't just make a statement while you're doing it. No. Nope. Not doing it. We've got to shame. We've got to say, shame on you, shame on the school, shame on the district, shame on everyone involved, shame on any adult that is allowing this to happen. Shame. It's wrong. No, we're not going along with this. We're not going to play pretend. Riley Gaines reposted a video that I think a lot of people saw, millions and millions. West Virginia teenage girls shot put. There's a boy that they're going to have to compete against. I believe it was 5 girls. They didn't do it. They went up, got ready to they were gonna throw, and they didn't. And they made a statement. We're not gonna do this. We can't. This is a sacrifice that we're willing to make. This is the statement we need to make. We so outnumber them. Normal people so outnumber the crazy people. If we lose this, if we let the inmates run the asylum here, we will never get the keys back. Where does it end? There's no limiting principles here. I mean, seriously, when elementary school kids have to stage a boycott and walk out of their elementary classroom because they're tired of furry kids scratching them and biting them and running around on all fours on the playground, what are we as a country? Come on. All right, we're gonna end the insanity. So stay tuned, and school board members, please, this is worth the hate you're gonna get from sincerely disturbed and crazy people. Yeah, they're crazy, but they are small, they are few. Stand up, say no. Nope, you're not going to bully us into harming our daughters. You're not going to bully us. into letting the little girls in our school district suffer. You're not going to bully us into forced, compelled speech. You're not going to bully us into violating the deeply held religious values of our teachers, of our administrators, of our students, of our parents. You're not going to bully us. You're not going to hold this money over our head and say, do this or we're going to cut you off. If enough of you do it, it ends. Okay? If enough of you say no, you gotta say the emperor has no clothes. You have to say the senile old man has no clothes. Okay? The senile old man who likes to smell a little girl's hair is not going to cause harm to all the girls in this country. We're not going to let him. His poll numbers stink, and we're not going to let him use this as a way to win over the woke crazy people. Okay? This is the rise of the resistance. And if not you, then who? If not now, then when? How far gone does this culture have to get? How bad does it have to get before you care? So care. Do something. Remember when they put the masks on your kids? Remember when they shut down your schools? Remember when they forced your kids into cubicles? Remember when they made your kids eat lunch facing the wall? Remember what they did to your kids and you were angry? Remember that? Remember that? Come back to the school boards. Okay, we need you. It's happening again. They're harming kids again. They're passing really stupid rules, administrative rules, bureaucrats. The same bureaucrats, they're back with a vengeance and they're coming for your kids. Come back to the school boards. Come back to the organizations like Moms for Liberty. Join us if you haven't before. Okay? We are on the front lines. Liberty is the United States Marines of this fight. Okay? This fight for the soul of our country, for liberty, for justice, parental rights, the protection of children. We are the U.S. Marines, and we need you. We need a few good men and women, and we can win this. Okay? Joyful warriors. We're joyful. We're warriors. And we're strong. And we're relentless. And we won't stop. I won't stop. You're not alone. If you agree with the things I've said, there's an army. There's an army. We're building it. This is the civil rights issue of our time. It is. You know, the left likes to say you're on the wrong side of history. If you're not going to stand up for women and girls now, you're on the wrong side of history. More to come, but let's go. Come on, school board members. You're in Wisconsin. Scarlett Johnson at Scarlett4Kids, number 4 kids. I'm on Facebook. Go to momsforliberty.org, momsforlibertywi.com. There's 12 chapters in Wisconsin, more coming on the line. Contact a chapter member, contact a national organization. Join us. And go to your school district site, find out when your next school board meeting is, be there on that school district website. All the emails and phone numbers of your school board members will be easy to find, very easy to find. Email them and call them. Email, call your state representatives. Email and call your state congressman. Email and call your state senators. Send an email out to friends and family. Send a text out. Call your county party, county Democratic Party, county Republican Party. Tell them this is a travesty. This is crazy. You can call the Democrat Party. Say, I'm a Democrat, okay? Hey, I'll vote for Biden, but this is crazy. Tell them that. Call the Republican Party. Call your county Republican Party. Say, hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm in Ozaukee County. Guess what? The chairman of the Ozaukee Party already sent me a text saying, let's do something. We got to fight this, okay? If your county party chairman hasn't sent you a similar text, then you need to contact them and say, what are you waiting for? Okay? Because this is, you know, I'm here for this. All right? I'm not here to just go to a Lincoln Day dinner. That's all great. Super fun. Let's tell speeches. What are we going to do? I am blessed to be in a county GOP our county GOP. I am blessed that our county GOP doesn't just like to say things. They're not all about the country club dinners, okay? We do things, and we're gonna do something. Something's gonna be done. That kind of grassroots activism. We're going to utilize peaceful protests, peaceful resistance, using all the tools that our founders left for us. Okay, we're still a republic. We are still a democratic republic, and those representatives need to represent us too. I know the left is, they want everything to be about the most oppressed person. Yeah, Wisconsin DPI 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, Wisconsin DPI, all education should be taught through the lens of queer Black feminism. Crazy people. Our kids can't read. The last thing the Biden administration needs to focus on is putting dudes in our daughters' bathrooms. He needs to be putting teachers in our kids' classrooms, okay? Let me repeat. Hey, President Biden, maybe you should get teachers in our kids' classrooms so they can read, and stop trying to put dudes in our girls' bathrooms so they can be embarrassed, so they can be harassed, so they could come home with urinary tract infections because they're too afraid to use the bathroom. How about that? Take 5 seconds from sniffing some little girl's hair. The president who has lost his mind now says biological sex is just a state of mind. BS. No. Go get a popsicle. Whoever is actually running this country, stop. Enough. Diversity, equity, and inclusion excludes people of the Jewish faith and the Christian faith. Got it. You're tolerant of all hedonistic, pagan religions. Yeah, we should be welcoming of all of those, you know. We should sacrifice our kids' genitals to whatever God you say is, or, you know, okay, you call her she, oh yeah. But, you know, the Judeo-Christian religion, that you can't be tolerant of, no. Definitely not a cult. Definitely not a cult, yeah, definitely not. Yeah, definitely not. We have to not engage in some kind of sadistic revenge against Judeo-Christian values. No. You're just fighting the good fight against you know, the Western values which have brought more prosperity to human beings than they have ever experienced in the thousands and thousands and thousands of years that they've been walking the, you know, the planet Earth. I gotcha. Do not comply.